if I can ask you, there has been this big debate on how to handle the Hasina question. The Hasina is still in India. She was brought or facilitated by the Bangladesh army. It was meant to be a temporary stay. Obviously, India is not going to send her back to Bangladesh in these circumstances because she would be killed. But you have, for example, Mohan Kumar saying to me that it's time to start negotiating her leaving for a third country, use that to cut a deal with Dhaka, and maybe say the Awami League can participate. We'll ask Hasina to go elsewhere. I don't know what the elsewhere is or which country he means. He says this, and there's a big pushback from all the other diplomats that I've spoken to. But there is this challenge. How is India going to handle the continued presence of Hasina, the fact that she does make her speeches from Indian soil? How do you look at that?
I don't think I completely disagree with what Ambassador Mohan Kumar said on your show, and I also don't entirely agree with what General Sharma said on your show. Look, one, you have to decide whether you are going to stick with your friends or not. Sheikh Hasina was a Bangladeshi nationalist who felt that good relations with India were in Bangladesh's best interest. And if we are going to be such a third-rate state that anybody who professes friendship with India, we dump them simply because it's not convenient anymore. I'm sorry, I don't see how India will have any credibility with anybody ever again. I think it's a simple principle of politics and international relations that if you cannot stick by your friends and if you cannot punish your enemies, you're not worth anything to anybody. It's as simple as that.
What does that translate into in real terms? You said you also disagreed with General Sharma, who said she can stay, but she must be quiet, at least to this time.
No, if she opens her mouth, it's her problem. It's not our problem. We are not going to be, we don't want to create trouble for Bangladesh. But if supposing somebody wants to say something and she wants to stay active and alive in Bangladeshi politics, we are not going to stop that. There will be nothing going from India into Bangladesh. We are not going to be interfering in Bangladesh's internal affairs. And I think to that extent, it's a correct position to take, at least publicly. But I do not agree that, we should keep her in India as a prisoner. Completely shut her up, not let her talk, not let her engage with anybody, not let her issue a statement. What kind of a country would we be then? And for the Bangladeshis who are acting as though India is the problem, how come that many of their guys go to the US and go to UK and issue statements from there and carry out their political propaganda from there? But out there, the Bangladeshi, this bloody third-rate Yunus fellow and all the other chamchas that he has around him, out there they have no problem. Why? Because it's the white man. Because it's the white man who has funded Yunus and kept him, made him an international personality. Is that the reason? So, this kind of nonsense which people say that, okay, it's okay if she goes to London because London is a place where anybody can say anything. But no, not in India. We are very afraid. We should not do this.
I mean, as a matter of fact, Tariq Rehman was in London. Khaleda Zia's son.
Exactly. Not just Tariq Rehman, a whole lot of other fellows. The Americans have given refuge to people who have been responsible for Bangabandhu's murder. The Brits have done it. The other countries have done it. So why is it that it's only when we do it that everybody gets, fire up their backsides? Why? What is it about us? And our own people are so namby-pamby all the time that they're saying, no, we have to give it. Can anybody give me an assurance that if, for example, and this is just for the sake of argument, I'm totally opposed to putting any pressure on Sheikh Hasina for having to vacate India or leave India or go anywhere else. If she wants to do it of her own volition, I will not stop her. She's not a prisoner in India. She's an honored guest, right? As far as I am concerned. If she wants to go somewhere else, she's more than welcome. We'll facilitate it. And if she wants to go somewhere else and then wants to come back, I would facilitate that also. I have no problems in doing that. But, to say that, listen, please don't say anything, keep her in prison, I don't see how that's even conscionable. And I don't see why we should be in that game at all.
But how do you respond to Bangladeshis who say India's picked a side?
Now, again, they need to make up their mind. Our position has always been that whoever is in government in Bangladesh, we will deal with them. Now, if whoever is in government in Bangladesh is sensitive to our interests, great. The relationship will flower, and we will do whatever we can for them. If they, remain sensitive to our security and other concerns, and then the relationship will flower. But we will deal with whoever is in government. And we are not going to tell somebody who is in government what they should or should not do. As a friend, I can have a quiet conversation, as we did with Sheikh Hasina, when we tried to tell her of the storm that was brewing and why she needed to take certain corrective steps. But I can't force her hand on it. Because if I force her hand on it, I will be accused of interference in Bangladesh's affairs. And if I don't do that, you accuse me of supporting her. What am I supposed to do then? Now, supposing you have this clown show going on with this Yunus fellow. Okay? You have these characters out there. Now, supposing I was to interfere in Bangladesh's internal affairs to destabilize that government and get somebody else in place, they'll say, why is India interfering in our affairs? If now, under Yunus's watch, things in Bangladesh go from bad to worse as they seem to be going, and India does not do anything, you will say, why did you not interfere in my country? So you make up your bloody mind. Do you want me to interfere in your country or you don't want me to interfere?